Dear readers, thank you for reading our news. Please like and follow us for daily news updates. Let's take a few minutes to reflect on the U.S. stock market's performance for Tuesday, April 29, 2025. A day shaped by key corporate earnings, investor positioning ahead of the Federal Reserve's upcoming policy meeting, and global economic developments. Markets ended the day mixed but stable, with the S&P 500 closing near flat, down just 0.15% at 5,492. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dipped 0.2% to 4,520, while the Nasdaq Composite managed to post a gain of 0.3%, finishing above 17,250. It was a session marked more by consolidation than momentum, as investors digested a wave of earnings and positioned for what could be pivotal macroeconomic data later in the week. Earnings season remained a major driver of market sentiment. Today's spotlight was on tech giants, with Amazon and AMD reporting after the bell. During regular trading hours, shares of Apple rose modestly in anticipation of Wednesday's earnings, while Microsoft extended its rally following last week's upbeat guidance related to cloud and AI revenue. Energy stocks saw mild declines as crude oil prices slipped below $82 per barrel, reflecting concerns over slowing global demand, particularly from China. Chevron and ExxonMobil both edged lower, despite stronger-than-expected earnings reports released Monday. In the financial sector, investors were closely watching bank results. Regional banks, in particular, showed some weakness, as continued. Concerns around commercial real estate exposure and deposit flight pressures weighed on sentiment. However, large-cap financials such as J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs remained resilient, supported by higher-than-expected trading revenue. Beyond earnings, the Federal Reserve loomed large in investors' minds. With the Fed's policy announcement, expected on Wednesday, market participants were largely in a holding pattern. The central bank is widely expected to leave interest rates unchanged, but the market will be paying close attention to any language about future inflation risks or the timing of potential rate cuts later in the year. Economic data released today added further complexity. Consumer confidence came in slightly below expectations, reflecting rising concerns over job security and inflation, even as the labor market continues to appear relatively strong. Meanwhile, housing data showed a slight uptick in new home sales, supported by modest declines in mortgage rates from earlier this month. Optimism about progress in U.S.-Asia trade negotiations helped support sentiment in multinational industrial and manufacturing stocks. To wrap up, April 29th was a classic wait-and-see day on Wall Street. With key tech earnings and the Fed's policy decision on the horizon, investors largely stayed cautious, favoring stability over risk. As we head into the final days of April, market participants are looking for clarity on interest rates, corporate earnings, sustainability, and the direction of the global economy. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to bringing more insight as this critical week unfolds. Please like and follow us for daily news updates.